Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good afternoon. It is Monday. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? Ooh, I had so much fun this weekend. But something I did before the weekend started. Look. I had so much fun. I had to write down some things that are going to be in the pictures so that I can share with you guys. Before the weekend started, I promised myself that Lily's leg warmers would be done, and I did get them done. This is very simple little pattern. I extended the leg part because she wants them to cap over the top of her Doc Marten boots. So I did the leg part a little bigger, and then I belled these out a bit because those are some bulky boots. So I got Lily's leg warmers. Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn. She picked a like a baby rustic blue and then a brown. Very cute. She's very happy to have them. I am still working on Sarah and my project. Where's the front? Where's the back? I am on row, let's see. That's row 13. Row 13. I purchased some buttons. Not gonna show yet, but I wasn't sure. They're the perfect buttons, but I wasn't sure if they would fit in these little tiny buttonholes. But they're a little misleading. They fit. Not ready to show them yet. Stay tuned. So what happened on Friday? Oh, we had so much fun. So the kids were on their 2-week fall break, and we really didn't go too many places because it was so hot. Friday was perfect. So we stopped at our local grocery store and bought a foot-long sandwich and some drinks, and we took off to the beach. We went towards San Francisco on the Marin side of the Golden Gate Bridge, and we took the little tourist route and we went down to Point Bonita. Point Bonita has a huge marine rehabilitation center that you're allowed to walk through. All the marine life that comes in off the coast needing some help to be re-released, they land there. Very interesting place if you ever get a chance to visit. Their kitchen area where they create nutritious food for all the marine life has big glass windows, so you can see the chefs in there blending up sardines. They use Vitamix. Just an incredible place. Big tanks. Of course, if you show up at feeding time, it's very lively and interactive. And the beach part, so there's a lot of, well, there's also in the hill, what do they call that? Highlands area, there's a lot of military bunker from World War II that's not really in use anymore. So those are kind of spooky fun to like run through and listen to your footsteps echo. We did that. I did take quite a few pictures. A lot of the pictures will be added at the end, but I do have some short video clips throughout the weekend that I'll add into the video part. So we got our sandwiches and we went to Point Bonita. The actual beach is very small, tiny little pebbles, and it is a California jade beach. I have a picture that I'll insert here. Hopefully I inserted it there. And I spent the day laying around on towels all over the beach collecting little bits of jade and putting them in little glass bottles. They're beautiful, California jade. There's also some little bits and pieces of purple shells from either mussels, and then some, if you're lucky, some of those purpley shells are actually abalone. So it's a fun little project thing that I like to do. I love picking rocks just sitting around watching the waves make them shiny and beautiful, and it's so relaxing. At the end of the video, I have a 1-minute clip that I'll attach at the very, very, very end of 1 minute of the waves crashing into some huge rocks on the shoreline. So if you'd like to rest and relax and spend a minute at the beach, you're more than welcome to come back and play the end of that 1 minute over and over and over again until you feel like you actually got to visit. We had a great day. No sunburns. We did pretty good with the sunscreen. And let's see. That night when we got home pretty late. We still needed to run to the grocery store. And on the way to the grocery store, I noticed that a local house in our neighborhood that decorates for Halloween had all of their Halloween stuff up. And their lights were turned on. So I made a short little video clip of our local haunted house. And I'll insert that video here. Hope you enjoyed the haunted house. That was Friday night fun. And then Saturday was my and my husband's 5-year wedding anniversary. So we got up really, really, really early and we drove north towards the Redwoods. We drove up to Redding, California. It's about 3-hour drive, 3.5 hours. And there was a little local car show, but it was different. It's like no other car show we've ever been to. There were lots and lots of custom cars. And when we got there, they were doing a car limbo. These cars are lowered so low that they're like barely passing over the pebbles in the little speedway track. They set up PVC pipe limbo beam, and so the cars circle around in a parade and they go lower and lower. They click the pole down and the cars have to lower their vehicles, and they're chopped and cut and everything else. And then the last car to be able to pass through is the lowest car, and they win the car limbo. That was incredible. That was pretty cool. And then they have a drag racing strip, and they had part of it blocked off with a bunch of cinder blocks, and you could do burnouts, and they were doing donuts and stuff in a somewhat protected area. That was pretty cool to see. Usually you hear neighbors complaining that the kids are doing it in the streets. Well, this is actually a fun, positive place where you can take those cars and drive like that, and you're not disturbing anybody. It's never a safe thing to do, but at least it's in a designated area, and there were ambulances there, so they had somewhat safety precautions. That was fun. And then we head up, I think it was about 30 minutes from there, maybe not even that, to the Sundial Bridge. I've taken you there before. It's in Shasta, California. It's a huge bridge that goes over the Sacramento River, and it's got thick blue. It's kind of hard to see through it, but it was meant to be a see-through base to the bridge. And they were doing some salmon fishing, which was interesting. They have boats. They're called float boats, and you hire like a guide, and you float down the Sacramento River and through this where the gravel pits, and kind of where they merge to the deeper waters where the salmon like to swim, and trout. And there was something else going through there this time of year, and I cannot remember. Fish. So you float down in the boat, and then you're doing like fly fishing, and then the paddler comes to the left or to the right of the water where it's not such a strong current, and they paddle you back up and you float back down again. So that was fun. When we were there and walking over, we did see 3 fishermen catch a fish. I got a really blurry picture, but you can see the guy holding his fish up. I'll attach that picture at the end. That was a fun one. And we drove for about another hour to a railroad resort in the trees, off the freeway, away from the sound of the freeway. It was quiet. I could hear crows and leaves and just nature. It's a camp resort where they've imported railroad train cars, and they've set them up in a big loop, two lanes and a big loop all the way around. I did take a video. And they've converted the inside of these train cars into little lodges, a bed, a bathroom, basic accommodations, a little refrigerator, a little microwave, and a cute little coffee pot that looked like the engine that could. I did not have any of that coffee because they also had a rail train that was set up for dining, the dining train, dining car. Took lots and lots of pictures. There's also a short little video of panning around the tree line with the railroad cars, and the mountain tops that you see are not Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta was the other way, and I did get good pictures of Mount Shasta at the end too. That was Mount Lassen. And you can see the very, very rigid points of it because we were pretty high up. We were about almost 4,000 feet elevation when we got up there. There's no snow, but man, that place would be gorgeous around Christmas time. Would remind me of the Polar Express for sure. They had a hot tub. That was very, very hot and relaxing and so cozy, comfortable. There was another couple that came while we were in the hot tub, and they were telling us that during the day they took a short hiking trip to the McCloud Falls. There's 3 waterfalls, and they said that the parking lot was walking distance. Because I'm a yarny, I'm a crocheter, I try to be a knitter, I'm a sitter. I'm not a hiker. But I had a bottle of water, and Stanley didn't come with me. I forgot Stanley when we ran out the door. So they said you can park, and then it's about 1 city block on a flat paved trail through the woods and the mossy rocks. It's a beautiful walk down to some vista viewpoints. So we decided we were going to do that the next day. We had dinner in the train car. Oh, we had a huge steak dinner with the rustic mashed potatoes. They left those skins on, and then they steamed some vegetables to perfection. They were absolutely delicious. They had live music. I have a little video. Oh, I don't know if I can play that. I have pictures. They had a guitarist, and he sang any request you could think of. And so the dining car is actually a couple of train cars strategically placed or connected together seamlessly. So we were looking where our dinner table was. There was us and then another couple, and then there were a couple large windows that were decorated with beautiful curtains, dark red velvet with black tassels all over them, just perfect to the era. And we're looking through the window, and I can see the acoustic guitarist playing. Oh, absolute great time. I had an amazing, amazing, relaxing trip. The next morning, I was very pleased to find out that the shower actually had really hot water and the plumbing was great in a train car. The little things, right? And then we went back to the dining car, and during the day I could see that they had a huge train engine set up. They had a bit of a waterfall, a rock waterfall creation, and through the outside of it was a model train that ran the outside of it. So much fun. I did get a picture of that one. That'll be at the end. And so then before we left, so that was actually in Dunsmuir, California. I think that's the little itty bitty little town that one's named after. And so when we got done there, we drove to McCloud Falls, which was, I did see a sign, was 4,000 feet elevation. And we parked and we walked, and the first little outcropping we came to was not very far at all. I was very happy. And I took a little video clip of the falls. I'll enter it here. And there was a little chipmunk who just lived on the very choppy mountainside. And when I got out my camera to take a picture, he posed. So I took his picture too. Little supermodel chipmunk. And then, oh, let's see. Oh, I had such a great time. Then we headed home, and that's always a long car ride. And I wasn't doing a whole lot of talking. I think I fell asleep a little bit. We stopped at Granzella's, which is an olive pit kind of situation. They have lots of pickled, anything you can pickle. Pickled carrots, pickled onions, pickles, pickled okra, tons of delicious snack foods. We bought a couple jars of olives, and what else? Oh, there were lots of garlic trucks on our way home. They must have just harvested all the garlic, because there was huge trailer tractors filled full of fresh garlic right out of the ground. I think I did get a really good picture. If I did, I'll attach it at the end. Yeah, make sure you watch the picture roll at the end. There's tons of good stuff in there. Very happy to be home. I love to go on road trips. I like to go, I like to see, I love to explore. But there is something special about coming home after a trip and just crawling into your very own bed and just, I like to be home. I'm a homebody. I'm a homebody that likes to go and explore and then come right back home. I didn't do very much crocheting. I did take a shawl with me, which I plan on working on my overnight tonight. So I'll have that to share with you tomorrow morning. Oh, I've made a few projects for a young lady, my husband's co-worker's daughter. The only really itty bitty little that we have. I think she's about, oh gosh, she's probably like 2 or 3 years old. She's an itty bitty, but she's the baby in their family, and they hadn't had any other babies, and her parents are expecting. Congratulations. And so the little girl, she's starting to find her words. She's trying to express her very large emotions, and some of the verbiage that she's starting to repeat in very appropriate situations are not necessarily words that you would expect to hear coming out of a sweet little girl that age. All kids do it. All kids go through it. And when it's yours, it's mortifying at the moments that they choose to use these new creative words to express those large emotions. My husband shared a few stories with me that his coworker, over the trip, he was telling me, you know, some of the things his coworker's been navigating the parenting responsibilities through. The coworker has a, or in the past, maybe not so much anymore, has had a very vibrant vocabulary. And I think he's going to start being a little bit more mindful about some of the stuff that comes flying out of his mouth. We'll see. I don't know. But I thought it would be cute tonight to sit with some black, gray, yellow, and red yarn and make one of those F-bombs. I think it would be fun. So tonight's overnight, I'm going to pack my shawl that I'm making with some Hobie yarn that was gifted to me 2 years ago by Pups and Crochet, Robert. Robert hopped onto Cindy's YouTube channel and he did a secret spooky giveaway and I won. I won 2 balls of some Halloween glittery yarn. And last year, I wasn't sure what to make. Well, I wasn't sure what to make with it the first year. And Halloween was passing, but I knew it was something that I want an heirloom piece to hang in my closet. And every year in the fall, I want to break it out and wear it and love it and enjoy it. And I couldn't find that pattern last year. But this year, I found a pattern on Ralvery called Batterfly. It's a shawl. It's shaped like a bat, but I think the woman intended it to be a butterfly. So it's a cross between a bat and a butterfly, and the yarn is beautiful. And the yarn wants to be this shawl because it is working up. I have made and remade and started a few different patterns with this yarn, and the yarn has revolted. And it's so hard to pick out because there's a thin line of shimmer through it. So I'm going to pack that. I'm well into the first ball already. So I'm going to pack that to work on my overnight tonight, and I'm going to make an F-bomb. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for visiting with me. Enjoy the little videos and enjoy the pictures at the end. Goodbye. Take care, and I'll see you very soon.